Hey guys, let's do a quick talk about this project that you're going to be working on. So here is Schoology. I think yours looks a little different, but this is my teacher end. So you've already done notes, persuasive techniques in advertising. You should have completed your introduction to ethos, pathos, logos packet. Now you're going to work on your advertisement project. So let's look at the different parts to that. So when you click on the advertisement project, it says here's where you should upload your completed advertisement project. So that's where you're going to upload it in PowerPoint. This should be a PowerPoint presentation. See the attached rubric to make sure you've completed all requirements. So let's look at these two documents. Let me get them open for you so that I explain to you what you're doing. So they work, they open. So this is the one that says expectations. So your job is to create an advertisement for a product that you have invented. So this should be something new. Now you can use other products as inspiration, but this should be your own product. It should be something you made up and are trying to sell to potential buyers. So here's your expectations. Work in groups of no more than 3, no exceptions. Okay, you could do 2, you could do it by yourself, but no more than 3. Create a PowerPoint slide of 4 to 5 slides, so 5 being your maximum, 4 being your minimum. Use ethos, pathos, and logos. You need to have all 3. You need to have 4 to 5 pictures. Now, I don't care if there's a picture on each slide, if they're on the same slides, however you make it look, but it needs to look good. You're going to make the slideshow exciting. So it shouldn't just be like this icky page where it's just white and black lettering. Use some color. Use all the ways you can have things slide in and slide out. Okay, have fun with it. Be ready to explain questions your audience might have. So you're trying to sell this product to your audience. Try to put everything in there that you think they could possibly ask you about this product. But be ready to have explanations to things you might not have included. Go through the rubric so you know all that is required of you. Okay, so you're going to get handouts of these, but they're also in Schoology if you need them. So let's look at that rubric. So here is the advertisement rubric. So the first thing on here is that you have to have that emotional appeal. Okay, that's pathos. I'm just going to talk about the 4 category because that's what we're all shooting for. The advertisement uses clear emotional appeals to sell the product. Emotional appeals are effectively persuasive within the context of the commercial. So you need to have that emotional appeal and it needs to make sense. Then you're going to use some logic. This is where you have some facts to sell your product. Okay, and this needs to convey details about the product's purpose and its functioning. So you can't just say 5% of people love this. First of all, that's a terrible statistic. Second of all, it needs to show that your product is good and its purpose and how it works. Then you're going to use ethics. So this establishes your credibility. Maybe you have a celebrity endorse your product. Maybe you have a doctor or real workers who support your product. Who is going to support your product goes here. Then we have some other strategies. So the advertisement clearly and effectively demonstrates the use of a mix of strategies to sell the product. I don't want you to put a slide that says emotional appeal, logical appeal, ethical appeal. Pretend like you're actually selling me something. Sell me this product. If you've ever seen Shark Tank, think that. If you haven't seen Shark Tank, use your phones, YouTube right now. Watch part of an episode of Shark Tank. See how they sell a product. They don't say, hey, I'm using emotional appeal right now. They just do it. I don't want slides that say that. You're going to lose points if you do that. You need to, that's this category, mix it all together. Sell me that product without telling me what you're doing. You have to have 4 to 5 slides. If you do not have 4 to 5, you see your points start to drop. 4 to 5 pictures. Again, if you do not have 4 or 5, points are dropping. And you will be presenting this. So you need to go through the slides. Everyone has to talk and demonstrate understanding of ethos, pathos, and logos. Okay. This is just one category, so it's not going to break you if you don't do this. But I think you could read one slide and present this. to people. Okay, so that is the project itself. Now here is your planning page. So you're going to turn this in when your project is done. So this is your planning page. So you can't turn this in until your project is done because you need it. So you're going to write down the purpose of your product. Why are you making this? Give it a name. Now, I shouldn't have to say this, but I will. This needs to be school appropriate. Demographics, who are you reaching out to? See how it says check all that apply? It doesn't just have to be one box. Who are you selling to? Then plan out, how are you going to use emotion? How are you going to use facts and statistics? How are you going to use credibility? This is going to help you plan it out to make sure you have everything. But again, please do not put a slide for emotion, a slide for credibility, and a slide for logos. Like, nope, it needs to just be a combo. You'll never see that in a commercial or an advertisement, so don't do that in yours. When you are done with your project, you're going to submit it here to advertisement project, turn in your planning sheet, you're going to present. When you present, you are going to fill this out right after. So here's some questions for you. What do you feel is the most important information you learned from this study of advertisement? Don't say nothing. You learned something. What did you learn? Why is that thing you learned important? How might it change your attitude or behaviors in the future? Maybe you didn't realize how you're being advertised to. Maybe you didn't realize what they were doing in certain commercials or when there's pop-up ads. Okay, what did you learn? What surprised you the most? Why did this surprise you? Don't say no. Something needs to have surprised you. What did you learn that you didn't expect to learn? Or what information did you find out you didn't expect to find out? Or what did you learn about yourself? Are you really good at persuasion? What questions do you still have about the way advertisers persuade consumers to purchase or learn more about their products? What would you ask somebody who works in advertising? And then 4, of what aspect in your own advertisement are you the most proud of? What aspect do you feel could use some more additional work? So this is a 2-parter. Both parts need to be answered. What did you think you guys did really good? And what do you think you need more work on? So this paper is the only part of the project, if you're working in a group, you do by yourself. Everybody needs to have one of these. Okay, so you're not putting the whole group on there. This is you individually. Okay, this one, the planning sheet, that's your group. So everybody can put their name on that and get credit. The project, everyone puts their name on the PowerPoint and gets credit. Only one person needs to submit it. But the reflection, everybody needs to do that. Okay, any questions, please ask your teacher.